In this video, I'm going to show you what I did to my shed in order to maximize storage and organize it as much as possible. Alright, at the end of the video, I'll show you a before and after. Also, if you like the video, please subscribe. Alright, so here first off, I started off with the door. The door is a space that a lot of people don't utilize, don't think of, but here I went with a product called a flow wall, and they come in 1 foot by 4 foot sections that you can use, pretty much build any way you want, store whatever you want. As you can see, the hooks you can move anywhere that you decide to store items. So same thing was used in the back wall. Pretty much have ladders, a lot of the yard tools, some shelving that actually came with the flow wall system. And then above that, I went with some cabinets made by New Age. So these cabinets I use for storing chemicals, poison, stuff like that you want the kids to get into, and you can actually lock them. All right, you can see first thing that you notice is the whole shed was actually painted white, which actually allows it to look a lot bigger, gives it a lot of a brighter look inside. Let me start off here on the left wall. As you can see, I went with overhead storage, shelving, pretty much built U-shaped shelving all the way across, and that gives me a lot of access, or a lot of space to store a lot of the items that I had just sitting on the ground before. So on this wall, again, I went with these New Age cabinets underneath. Used 2x4 to frame that worktop, and above that just went with a slat wall. You can see the worktop I used. This is pretty much from IKEA. Believe it or not, it's just a countertop. The next thing that I did for storage was kind of a hidden So here's one of the cool things that was built, pretty much a hidden compartment for storage. So you could store anything from tools, little parts, pieces. And the way that this was done was through some hinges called sauce hinges. We get on this wall now. As you can see, did the same on this wall. Went with overhead storage. Just built quick, easy 2x4 overhead shelving. Allows me to put a lot of the tools, a lot of extra equipment I had, just put it in bins. And I actually went with a 3-tier shelving. The top one you see pretty deep. The second one is actually a lot smaller, and that just allows me to put a lot of the smaller tools. And here just pretty much did it specifically for my needs, which as you can see here, this is just OSB board, but underneath here left that cutout open so I can actually store them perfectly in there, and that's perfect storage for them. And then obviously the same thing underneath, just another 2x4 shelf, and the same countertops from IKEA, and the same access to them. So as you can see, a lot more storage, opens up the space, gives you a lot more spaces you can pretty much put stuff in. You can see these hinges here, or lift assist, help keep the countertop up when needed, and they actually help bring it down. These countertops are pretty heavy. And this side you can actually see the hinges. You can see the sauce hinges, and these are actually door hinges that are sold as door hinges, but worked out perfectly for this case. All right, so one other thing that I was gonna do was put drywall up, but instead of putting drywall, I actually left the 2x4s exposed because it allows me to store things in between the 2x4s. As you can see, here's a perfect sample. Some long yard tools actually being held perfectly in place. Over here you see the extra pieces of 2x4 I just had laying around. Great spot for them. So just so you guys know, this is another piece of slat wall, but this does come with the aluminum inserts. Now the aluminum inserts do allow the slat wall to hold a lot more weight. All right, so this wall right by the entrance looks like a simple chalkboard, framed. So in reality, what I did here was I used this space as a drop-down workbench. So here on the side, all I got to do is unhinge it, bring it down, and it becomes a workbench. Pretty simple to make, and again, used these sauce hinges. Pretty simple to bring back up. So here's my shed. Let me know what you guys think. I'll actually clip another video to this to show you the before, and hopefully you guys get some ideas on building your shed out. Portion of the video is just a quick idea of the design and the layout of my shed. It was built by TUFF Sheds. It's a TR 800 with a foot increase in height, which allowed me to, as you can see, put a lot of that overhead shelving that I did. So I couldn't build out, so I built up. It's an 8x14 shed, as you can see. Now, my personal opinion of TUFF Shed was that I was not very happy with the build. It was not done properly. One major issue was the part here that connects to the frame on the bottom. There is a gap about 1/4 of an inch all around the shed. So what ended up happening was whenever a leaf blower or anything was used around the shed, all the debris would go inside of it. Also bugs, anything would crawl up in there. They just didn't seal the shed properly. Now there's a lot of other issues with it. The framing inside was not done properly. It was not, the 2x4s were not cut right. Contacted TUFF Shed, and after 2-3 months of going back and forth and painful calls, they did finally come out and fix the issues and pretty much built me the shell that you see on the before pictures. Would I recommend doing it again through TUFF Shed? My personal opinion is not very happy with what I paid as far as the price and the quality, but again, look at the reviews around your local TUFF Sheds, and maybe they have better subcontractors. But again, was not very happy with the guys that came out and built mine, or the warehouse that built mine. So please look at reviews and make your own decisions.